I'm Levi Fletcher.
I'm Keyshawn Kalor.
I'm Caleb Brown, and this is TM5.
Okay, so for this project in IME 2110, we have to make several different subsystems that come together to create a larger system to perform 4 tasks. And so far we worked on the first 2. We've done the Black Knight, and this is for gathering the shrubberies. And since it's competitive, there's a lot of different aspects that go into it. Largely, like, we have to perform better than our competitors so that we can gain more points and win the competition, which means we got to do things faster and better and more consistently. And we also have to use our resources really efficiently. We can only use certain energy sources, and we have a budget, and all these things kind of factor into our final product and our decisions that we end up making.
So when working on our projects, we found out that we need to create our projects more reliable than they are ambitious. Like, there are some crazy ideas you can do, and they may even sound practical, but what's more important in this is to have something that even works, because if you have something that works, you're doing better than over half the groups, and that is competitive. Something else that we learned about was that there's a barrier of effectiveness in what we know how to build. Like, for instance, we knew about more effective design ideas, such as using a pulley system to power our rotation, which would have been faster and more reliable, but it would have been more difficult to trigger, so we couldn't use that system. So it's always about, there's always a trade-off between all the choices that we make in this project.
Like previously stated, we've already completed the designs for 2 of our subsystems, which are the Black Knight and the Shrubbery. For these designs, we had to come up with multiple ideas before we could actually put them into use. For the Black Knight, we came up with the ideas for rolling it, launching it, and sliding it. But sliding it, there's too much friction, and rolling it, it doesn't roll well. So we decided to go with launching it. For the Shrubbery, we could either make the arms rotate out, or fall down. We decided to go with rotating, since we would be able to implement that easier and more reliably.
Okay, so with such a complicated project, we obviously need a lot of planning so that we can do everything efficiently and quickly, and the machine performs well at the end. So with the competitions that we've been in so far for our subsystems, we realized that launching it was a really complicated mechanism that we need to work on. And for the Shrubbery, taping the motor to the string and having it roll around efficiently and reliably was always something that we needed to work on. So we know that we always need to allocate more time than we think we need to for testing, so we should build our stuff quicker and assign tasks more efficiently. We learned that instead of having everyone work on building the project, it's more efficient to have 2 people work on the project and 2 people work on the report, so that multiple parts of each weekly assignment is finished on time. So with what we learned this week and this past week, we can go forward with better project planning for the competition at the end.